Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of Pyre. I'm doing my best to sound like I'm all set up and prepared when in fact I am not. Let me just make sure that we've got some sound here. Yeah, so I think that we are actually ready to go. I'm just going to take one quick look at the stream to make sure that everything looks good, and it does. And with that, just as I get chat set up, we are headed into what we expect to be the next Ascension Rite, where the goal at least is to see Pamitha off on her way to basically be free back in the Commonwealth. It'll be interesting to see how that goes, just because she is not, I would think, going to be particularly well received. The High Wings, or the, no, what are they called? The High Wing Remnants, but then her race, the Harps, that's what they are. They're like the mortal enemies of the Commonwealth. Wow, I just said it too. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of welcome she gets if we're able to get her home, and that remains very much in question. Looks like we do have Ruki available to chat. As you approach Ruki, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with the rest of you. It's like I finally got to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around. Know what I mean? I wanted to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. He's still waiting for her Rookie boy to come on home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just because I struck a lousy deal. Hello to Patikin and Caroluna and Blobbly Thank you so much for the resubscription. And Blobbly goes, yeah, hardcore, which is a Disco Elysium reference. Blobbly thank you so much, and hello to Jab. I hope you've all had a great Monday. Mine was, you know, Monday. But we're here to settle up some scores in the wonderful world of Pyre, so it can only get better from here, I hope. So yeah, sister, if you ever need something, I owe you one. And then something. Kerr's Oath. He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Hey, look at that! Ruki gained +2 hope permanently. We will wish him well. We don't want him to go home yet. Okay, so we've got a little thing down here, Volfred's Planner, but I feel like we've got it all lit and lined up for the next rite. And this was the common room. We're not going to ring that bell anymore. Like, yeah, we're ready to go to the right, I think. But you know what? Before we do it, here's what I wanted to do. We would like to do a practice rite. I want to practice with, like, the group I intend to bring in. And if this is not going to... if we don't get access to these people, at least I'll be a little bit more familiar with the controls than I will be if I don't practice and we go into this extremely high stakes rite without... Sorry, what am I trying to think of? We go into this extremely high stakes rite and I'm not familiar with the controls because it's been like 5 days since I last played. Hello to so I think I did say hello to Carolina, but he says, usually practice is wrong. I don't know, Carolina. I don't see a lot of, like, big face plants coming off of your channel. You're very, very good at what you do. So we definitely want to have Pamitha. We got her up over rank 3. I believe that's the threshold that you need to in order to be anointed. So we're going to choose Pamitha. And then, ideally... Yeah, this dude, Hedwin, and Jodariel. And here's why I want to have them instead of Ruki. They have green on their bar, and I would like to get them up. My goal is to keep Jodariel, Hedwin, and Ruki with me all the way through. Okay, I had actually hoped to... Oh, right, she got Trieste's Plume, so she does an extra 3 damage. This is just me, like, you know, how do I throw an aura? How do I pass? Nope. Shit. Don't! Okay. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to stick with this practice match all the way through. It's more about being well... that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So what did her jump do? Oops. I wanted to see what her jump did if she still had the orb on her. Okay, I'll take your word for it that that was a drop. Okay, I am so bad at being lined up on the goal, you guys. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to check. What are the laws for, like, knocking these guys away? Okay, not that. Okay, I feel like I've gotten as much of the controls as I'm going to. This is... no. How do you exit the match? I actually don't remember. Oh, to wagon. There it is. Hello to Guys of Invictus, who will be installing Lord of the Realms Online right now. Okay. That is L-O-R-T-O, right? Is that because of the new Netflix series? You find yourself blocking the black wagon, not a moment has passed. All right, we're ready to continue, I think. Carolina says, I'm not good at what I do. I just suck at taking chances. So, it always works out. But Carolina, what separates that from being good at what you do? If it always works out... Yeah, Guys Invictus, and hello to Maxine. Oh, so, gosh, what was I going to ask Maxine about? I don't remember. But Patikan. Oh, Patikan, before you go, and we might have already missed it, I just wanted to ask, how was Return to Monkey Island? I think that's the name of the game. But you were playing Monkey Island. I didn't want to see too much of it for fear of spoilers, but I hope that you had a good time. And hello to Grumpy. All right, so we're going to head up to the Ascension Rite. We are ready to go. Guys Invictus is saying that they wanted to replay for a while. And hello to Jelly Buns, who wanted to say hi. I'm gonna put you on the TV and crochet in my recliner because I'm in pain. Hi everyone, Jelly Buns. I'm so sorry to hear about the pain. I can only hope that it passes quickly, and if this can possibly be a way to distract from that, I'm happy to provide it. I hope you're feeling, well, better soon. Patigan is saying that Return to Monkey Island is great, and you'll like the new one if you like the original 3. I did not play the original 3, which is not a reflection on their quality. I just didn't play any of them. Guys Invictus discovered Steam Play as well, since I'm on Linux. The inverted fall of Solium roars into the sky. Somewhere beyond it lies the Commonwealth, beyond your vision and beyond your grasp. Alas, that we can't simply fly on back to our homeland. This wagon has its limitations, I'm afraid. But we shall return yet. Let us continue now along the path. So this is where I'm headed. I did see that we were going to be able to land someplace nearby. Ah, Emperor's Fall, it looks like. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits. You sense Ruki shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. You make landing on the sacred Mount Elodiel, upon whose summit the next Liberation Rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Patigan is saying time to replay them. Trying to play them then before Mia does. That's not a bad idea, Patigan. I'll have to look into that. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to the Fall of Solium by land. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Okay, let's seek the Nomad Scribe's favor. Later that day, you accompany Ruki into the sublime grandeur of Emperor's Fall, a pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits, where a monument to Golathanian. Oh boy, that just rolls off the tongue. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Ruki's inner thoughts, as clear as if he were speaking aloud. So you scribes people, you can hear me, okay? If you can, then do me a solid and get me out of here already. My family can't do nothing without me, and they've been waiting for a while now. Soon as you and he are finished paying your respects, you return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Golathanian has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent, for now the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Now, hold on a second, because I'm not ready to say goodbye to Ruki yet. I know he wants to go home, but we need his help to get everybody else home. Mentor a companion. I don't know if I want to do that, or study in private, or forage for resources, which wouldn't be the worst idea. I am completely out of money. I don't know how I feel about that right now. I'm going to study in private. The thing I like about studying in private is that everybody gets the bonus no matter who goes home. Okay, so we've got +1 to the quickness or +1 presence. I'm going to go +1 presence. I love it when their auras are big. The texture of the pages of the book, the foreign bindings, despite the volume's age, it shows so little sign of wear. At times, the power emanating from it also almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. All right, tenacity. We did it. +2 presence for everybody. Officially, says Guides of Invictus, it's called Steam Play. But yeah, it's a thing that uses Proton to play Windows games on Linux. The Steam Deck uses it. Yeah, I think I have heard of that now that you mention it. And then Guides of Invictus saying Ruki looks like a doggo. Yes, he's a cur, which is one of the major races in the world of Pyre. Let's talk to him now. You find Ruki having just put back his Greentail family portrait. There's something of a wistful look in his eyes. Then something comes over him, and as he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, sister, I gotta level with you about something here real quick. The truth is, I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while, then... We ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine, and we got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in savings bonds, and... He seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale, and relents before you can respond one way or another. Look, the situation is my mom back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Anyways, I told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good, so we took to shipping certain types of stuff down here of all places, flushing it straight down the river, watertight. Pay was right. Mom was so proud of me. We were eating real good at the time. But, well, you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my mom, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, I don't know how else to put this, sister, but I want to get out of here. Get back to where I was doing back home. On the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time for sure. Just don't go telling everybody that old Ruki Greentail's just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he was sincere about wishing to lead an honest life. But here's the problem, Ruki. I need you on the team. Like, you want to make it right by everybody. We get everybody home, and that means keeping you here. Like, it's setting up like he wants to go home now. We got other plans, Ruki. Like, you're on the agenda, I promise, but not now. We set up this whole thing to be a showdown between... Pamitha and her sister. Like, that's who we're facing here, Pamitha's sister. Okay, so... I don't think there's anything else we need to do. We could read a page real quick. The downside is connected to our realm via a single artery, the river named for our precious sap colleague, Luz Glorian. I feel like we already read this at some point. I'm going to assume that we did. Okay. Let's hit it. We are headed on to continue our journey. Oh, so we get a chance. So, you sense Jodariel shall gain favor from the scribes along this route, and I want Jodariel on the team. You sense Tizo shall gain favor from the scribes along this route, so I would like to bring Jodariel on the team. So we're going to go this way, see if we can get her boosted up even a little bit. Now, Guys Invictus is saying that cur is like slang for a dog. It's certainly like I think it means like a low, like I've also heard the phrase like mangy cur, like a dog that is a mutt, undesirable. Like I feel like that's how it's used in like regular English language, like a mean, angry, nasty, dirty street dog, as opposed to like a fun, happy family pet. That's how I've usually heard it used, but I confess that I don't have like a Merriam-Webster's in front of me. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Under King Horus, and Jodariel happens to take notice. You wish for good fortune in the coming rite and in your plan. As for Jodariel, you scribes, I do not believe you can hear me. Perhaps this is all but a joke to you. If so, then do not tamper with the feelings of my comrades. I shall not forgive you if you do. He says little after paying her respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Horus has shown you favor. +3 glory. So I actually don't know what glory does. It doesn't help you respawn faster, and it doesn't help you to have a bigger presence. So glory is... Oh! Allows her to affect more damage to a pyre. I didn't know that was a thing. Now we know. And then what's the other one? Quickness, I think, is the other attribute that people have. You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upwards towards the summit, past an archway of carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway where his counterpart awaits. And I never found a voice for her, so whatever I choose here will not be whatever I used last time. But I think we were going for like a little bit more like an Australian, sort of. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is that you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Please do as she says. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Hamatha passes through the gate. Jodariel passes through the gate. Ruki passes through the gate. Shay passes through the gate. Tizo passes through the gate. Hedwin passes through the gate. Volfred passes through the gate. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The guardian of the Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. Yeah, she's not into you, bro. Hello to Azaric. Hello to Azaric. I hope that you had a great Monday. So I don't know Azaric's like schedule, so I don't know what days he's working both jobs, if it's every day, but I just hope that you had an okay entry into the work week. Maxine is saying hello to Azaric. Azaric got the updated COVID booster today. Only side effect is that it spiked my fever. So yeah, Azaric, we need to make appointments for our I would call it the Omicron booster, but I think it's actually technically called like the bivalent booster. Is that the correct word for it? We still need to make the appointment for that. Again you gain, that's a fun phrase, the top of Mount Elodial, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder which one among you shall follow Sir Gilman from this place. Oh, page revealed. Let's see what it might have to say about the fall of Solium. This does not appear to be the rites of Solium. The serpent titan Gandroth turned to brittle stone not long after his death. Of that you may be certain. What remained is a flat, elevated basin that stands us closer to the heavens. Upon the fallen Gandroth's hide, the stars themselves alight, and you shall know you stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils, lit the candle flames, and we emblazoned on the rock-like forms, the sigil of our passage to and from this land. And then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang, shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understood their cadence, and we knew how often to return. So I still haven't figured out, like, this was supposed to be about the fall of Solium. Okay, so this is the page that we actually unlocked. From the top of Mount Elodial, the downside may be seen in its entirety, or at least felt, since so much of the land is shrouded. But that is hardly all. Through a wondrous miracle, there lies upon this highest mountain an inverted fall, whose waters crash not towards the sea, but rush towards the heavens. We speculate that these are the very waters which delivered us, but now send backwards, seeking their return as do we all. In this phenomenon can freedom be achieved, but only for the In this phenomenon can freedom be achieved, but only for the chosen when the time is right. This is a path to freedom we cannot traverse, but shall leave open for you so that you may strive for it. Now, hold on. We might not have an option to select anyone we want. I was sort of thinking that it was above a certain threshold, but that may not be accurate. Also, this is sparkling up here, but not for any good reason. Jab is waiting until October to get the latest booster. Maxine is saying, I don't think another booster is recommended for me yet. Yeah, I may not be at the at the recommended age group. I would like to get it, but I would have to double check if it is available for us. Azric took off the main job today, and it's looking like tomorrow as well. I have to do my second job tomorrow at 3, but we'll see how I feel come in the morning. Hopefully the fever breaks by then. Yeah, I don't think there's any job that wants you to come in when you are reporting a fever, up to and including having a fever as a result of a COVID booster. Oh, hey, guys, you know, it gets real awful cold up here. Sometimes waiting for customers, so come on in, okay? That's my attempt to be shivery. And good luck at the big battle you got. That's where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's going to be exciting from my friends. Okay, so we've got a new... I don't have any money, so I don't know why I'm here. Now, we could sell one of these things, but I don't want to. I don't want to sell these because I never know who I'm going to have access to. But this was the new thing that just got unlocked. It's the Infernal Bloom. After a bearer banishes an adversary by aura casting, the aura burst may occur 20% of the time. Oh, and by the way, cannot be used by harps or saps. Wish you guys would have bought something. Okay. I'm just going to go for it. I think we're ready. I think we're as ready as I'm going to get. The time has come for your second Liberation Rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Volfred looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my girl. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan, should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skills contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Perhaps, besides, we all ought to return in time if possible. Know simply that for each of us who goes, in so doing, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, madam, this night you shall confront the Essence. They have already appointed Tamitha to be liberated should they manage to prevail. We have faith in you, my girl, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. Oh, and by the way, hello to Grumpy, who says Moderna bivalent booster is 18 plus, 2 months after any previous booster, 3 months after infection. Oh, fuck you. No, I'm not doing... I'm going to look at it, but I'm not going to do it. Your adversary's Pyre shall automatically gain 30. No, I'm a big coward. I want to win. I'm not confident enough in my skills to do that. Pfizer is the same except for that it's 12-year-olds plus. Grumpy, thank you for that, because that means that I do feel like we can schedule the booster. Oh, you are now blind. Exiles whom you liberate return to the Commonwealth in glory. They can no longer aid you in the rites. Yes, I am aware.
The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this Liberation Rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the essence which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the essence, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Not doing a very good job. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. Now, unfortunately, if Tamitha and Pamitha talk to one another, do remember that they are sisters, and I'm not a voice actor. No, the kindness of strangers. No, that's not right. I do declare, I am known as Tamitha Thane. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the High Wing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended. Should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan, then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel in the country that cast you into exile... God damn it. Your quarrel in the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thane. Here you should be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought to well take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore, like your Triesta Tithys. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools in their naked attempts to subsume our heritage, our culture. Speak not thus of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thane. No, go right ahead. You can get kicked out for any reason you choose. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention towards your side. Yeah, we got it. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your Commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. Very quickly, Grumpy says I'm waiting to get a Moderna shot. There's a short-term shortage at terms. Carolina says maybe you're not a voice acting, but your voice acting is infinitely better than so many others I've seen. Grumpy, Carolina rather, that is extremely appreciated. I'm trying to, as always, provide a different presentation of the character so people know who's talking, and do so in a way that is fun, and maybe the humor is at my expense and not at the expense of anyone or any other culture or anything. Near then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the Liberation Rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more, the first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night, if you prevail. Only the enlightened may thus be anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
So, shit. So, we've only got 3 choices. It's these 3, because they are... So, what this means is that it's not tied to your enlightenment, because if you take a look, he's not rank 4. She's not rank 4. You can't see it behind her big head, but she is not rank 4. And then Ruki is rank 4. So why is it these 3 and not the others? It must be tied to some other element. Maybe it's how well we've undone their bio. Like, this is flashing. Let's take a look. Maybe it's in here somewhere. Yeah, I definitely never read this. Biography. While serving on the Blood Border, by chance, Hedwyn had a run-in with a lone enemy harp. They each felt a powerful connection and escaped together rather than fight each other to the death, as would have been expected. He lost contact with her after their encounter and left his post in search of her. But he was caught and exiled. In the downside, he found Jodariel, who looked after him when he was a child. In time, he caught wind of an unbelievable rumor, and he first heard this name of Sandalwood. Yep, we've already read that. We definitely read that. And I feel like we have the gist of this. So here's the thing. Of this set, I didn't want to set any of these guys free. I wanted to take these guys as deep into the game as I could. If we must say goodbye to one of them, it will be Ruki. He straight up asked for it. The other two did not. Ruki said, it's just like when you vote. It matters if somebody has asked you to vote for them. I'm going to, like, give it to Ruki. Ruki... Motive, self-gain. Hold on, let me read this. The records state that he saw it. Oh, right. What the motive for his... I thought it was just his general motive. Okay, let's do it. Ruki. By the way, as we're saying, LOL, Mia should be here to tease him about the Gate Guardian's green eyes. Oh, sorry, to tease Azric about it. Yes, she should. I think she's caught up on, like, something. She's trying to close out her house sit, I believe. So, but she'll be here later on. Good choice there, sister. Though, if I get out of here, I don't know what you're gonna do without me. No, nor do I, Ruki. Thank you for bringing that up.
Who shall be at his side? Jodariel.
Understood. Let us return him home. Okay, and now it's time for Hedwyn.
Hedwyn.
I have your back, Ruki. Let's get you home.
It is done.
One final obstacle. I can't believe we don't have Tamitha versus Pamitha. I really wanted that to be this matchup. One final obstacle to overcome, ere I can soar again above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon. But first, let us dance this let us dance this final... Damn it! I lost it. But first, let us dance this final time.
Commence.
We're gonna try to, wow, they were already up plus 25. As the Liberation Rites continue, you sense Pamitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Rita, someone, please. Let her... No! Fuck off! Let her prevail, let her prevail. Please let her prevail here this once. No! If this thought makes me a traitor, then so be it. But please, let Tamitha prevail, for she is here, wrapped up in all of this, because of me. The plea trails off, and Pamitha remains steadfast, all her attention focused on the Liberation Rite. And, as for Tamitha... Prepare yourselves, Nightwings, and as for you, Pamitha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. No, I've got bad news for Pamitha. No, that's my answer. Burp! No! Go! Get it! We don't even have it below... Well, now we have it below 100. I'm just saying that we've got a ways to go. Okay. Did I pick his triple jump? I honestly don't remember right now. I really should have practiced with Ruki before this. Hark now, my sisters. Damn what the book says. Advance to strike formation. Prevail here against these wretches, no matter the cost. In disregard for the ways of the rites, Tamitha Thane has ordered her triumvirate to push further afield, adopting an even more aggressive stance for the remainder of this rite. So she's cheating. Right, yeah, I should really lay down arms and let her just do whatever she wants then. You know, because of the cheating. Jump! Jump! I panicked, I pressed the wrong button. I would love to get Jodariel in there with her, like, plus glory or whatever, but she's just very slow. No, don't leave it undefended. Guys, I don't even know where the orb is right now. Okay, I do see it. Don't. So she gets to cheat. God damn it. Okay, what are we at? 45? And what's ours at? Like 60 or so?
Do you believe you can prevail in this?
Fucking jump.
Now to the flame. Jodariel doused the adversary's
Okay, that was a really good hit. We are now within winning distance.
Go on just once more.
Shit. Jump! Fucking... I swear to God, like, guys, my head, like, just turns off the jump button.
Oh,
I completely panic on what button is jump.
such fervor.
Okay?
Banished all of them. And there it is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. Rather convincingly, I must admit.
So, I don't know if I have to press it. No, it's going to
Thus
continue.
ends the Liberation Rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Damn you for this, Pamitha. All of this because of you. Hold on, I want to answer Azric's question as well. I apologize, Azric. I know that we might have you for a very limited time, but I want to finish out this scene because the answer is yes, and I will share a couple other thoughts in just a moment. So, what now? I guess I'm just supposed to jump into this waterfall thing back here, and then that's it. Home free. Home free. Something comes over him then. Now listen to me, chums. Don't any of you go thinking you're gonna miss me, yeah? You're gonna do just fine, even without old Rookie Greentail there to keep an eye out all the time. Even though the rest of you are just a bunch of slowpokes and all that. He was very fast. Me, I'm gonna be so busy drinking myself silly on the Commonwealth stock, I'm sure I'm soon gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, you be sure to stop by and visit me if you get back there too. Just look for Mama Greentail's shop right in the heart of town. You can't miss it. So yeah, stop by, say hi, you know? Now, I think I gotta go, so, excuse me. He drops into the shimmer pool and disappears within, although you can still hear him going on about something. Whoa, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting. No, wait. Rookie earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
No matter what anyone says, I refuse to think there's some sort of limit to one's understanding of all this. Okay, so before I make this choice, so Azric had asked, because I know that, like, Azric works so many jobs and he's running a fever, so I would have wanted to explain, respond to this immediately. Azric was saying, I know it was a while ago, but did you ever watch the complete part of The Legend of Vox Machina. That is the animated series that was done by Critical Role, and the answer is yes. We got a chance to watch the rest of that. I am not familiar very much with Campaign 1 of Critical Role. The events covered were primarily sections of it. Like, I've seen a little bit of it at the very beginning, but this was an entire section that I'd never seen, so the story was entirely new. I have a lot of thoughts on it that aren't necessarily going to fit very well here, but on the whole, I enjoyed it a great deal and was pleasantly surprised by how invested I got in the story as it went on. The first 2 episodes felt a little bit uneven, and I mean, obviously the voice acting was fantastic, and I really liked the animation style. There's some great animation moments in there, especially in and around some of their action sequences. The sense of humor in the series is not my sense of humor, which is fine. I still found plenty of other things that I did enjoy about it. So those are sort of my quick spoiler-free thoughts on The Legend of Vox Machina. If you have access to Amazon Prime, I would recommend it. But yes, I did enjoy it on the whole, Azric. Now, Maxine is saying something that I question the validity of this. Maxine, is this true? Space is jump in Factorio? Because I feel like there is no jump button in Factorio. Is this a trick? Carolyn is saying space is jump and other things. I mean, it will make you jump probably. Okay, this is a trick. I do not know what space does. And she is noting that there's a sarcasm face. I don't know what we'd call that. As we're saying, cool, I'll have to finish it. Yeah, so I would say that it definitely gets better as it goes on. The sense of humor, again, is a little bit more blue than I typically care for, but when it does decide to get serious, like, that's the thing about The Legend of Vox Machina. Every time it's not endeavoring to be funny, I feel like it is at its best. That's my response to it. Okay, mastery for Hedwyn. So far we've got may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell, and then regenerate stamina twice as quickly. So here we could have, while bearing the orb, Hedwyn and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly, especially since we just lost one of our fastest members. I feel like that's a very strong pick. Or Hedwyn and his allies cause banished adversaries to remain banished for 2 seconds longer than usual. That's a very, very good upgrade. I still feel like I'd rather have everybody moving faster all the time, because that's only on offense, isn't it? This is more defensive. I'm actually going to take Divine Retribution. I've changed my mind. Okay, and Jadariel, she has a very big head. Utter nonsense, all of this, that we've come this far. Fortune alone cannot be the cause. Okay, and we've got an upgrade for her. So, Jadariel has +4 presence. Jodariel, after banishing an adversary, instantly recovers all of her stamina. At the start of the rite, Jodariel's Pyre automatically gains +35. I like it. Any adversaries banished by Jodariel take 30%. Oh, look how well that dovetails with Hedwyn's. Yes. Yeah, 30% longer with the +2 seconds? I think so. Yeah, let's do it. Anything that keeps the enemies off the field longer. Pamitha, I really wanted you to, go home.
Until the rites begin anew.
Well, Pamitha, truly you did get the best of me again. No, actually, Tamitha, she had nothing to do with it. That was all me. Know that your actions put our sisters on the other side in even greater peril. Not that you care, of course. Yet I'm certain that they shall someday prevail, with or without my aid. To think that I was born to share blood with someone such as you. Here's the thing, even if we had thrown it, why would that have changed her opinion? If anything, I feel like it would have lowered her opinion that we were willing to roll over and let her go home at our own expense. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Essence in the Liberation Rite. An important victory. One by one until we're done. You succeeded in liberating Ruki, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each Liberation Rite, we strive to advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it that you have seen the stars, or I should say, the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more, the sky is all abyssal darkness following the Liberation Rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I've an errand I must run. Besides, once we arrive. Best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. Oh, hold on. We've got a conversation to be had. Also a page to read. After the liberation of Ruki, you find the lone minstrel back in the wagon, looking as though no such thing had occurred just this night. You think you see him tilt his head as you approach. Some words of congratulation are in order for this evening, I should think, reader. And so, congratulations on prevailing in the Liberation Rite. Surely Ruki shall be most grateful, and his safe return unto your commonwealth ought benefit the plan in which you all now play a part. As for your adversaries of the Essence, this must have been a bitter loss for them and Tamitha, although they must have known their chance was far from certain. Thus shall we await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. Celeste and I are to return to our respective duties. For the time, as now, Scribe's Gate is sealed. I await when next we shall meet. When next you may yet live up to the glory of the Nightwings in the eyes of the 8 scribes, which yet shine down for us. He trails off, then nods to you in his cordial manner, and bids you a good rest of the evening. Maxine is clarifying that's the Keppa face. Yeah, Azric, if you got some time at home with the fever, it might be a good way to pass the time, Legend of Vox Machina. Okay. Volfred is playing cards. So the Essence have been knocked to 0, as have been the Tempers. Yeah, so they're only at 2. So right at this moment, our next most likely, they're all very close to each other. Fate, Chastity, and the Dissidents. So they are Sad Dog, Sap Guy, and oh yeah, the Aussie, part Australian, part Cockney Jackal Dogs. Okay, let's read in our book, at least once. The Dissonance, the Withdrawn, the Pyre Hearts. Okay, new page. The Essence. The winged members of the Essence, each chosen by the matriarchs, Trieste Tithys, are living exemplars of liberty and piety. Would that my wings could be thus. Once, you of course must know, we all had wings. It is said the people of the Empire relinquished theirs, drawn in by earthly matters as they were. But the harps, such as Trieste, held tight to the liberty their plumage could afford. These divergent paths did cause a share of differences between the winged and the wingless over time, but here in this land our purposes are shared, our goals united. That, then, is the Essence. That is who they are, though, and what and why. The Beyonders. To call the Beyonders a triumvirate is to stain the others' efforts, yet I am beholden to describe them here. A pack of bandits loosely organized under the Sisters of the Arch, they traveled all this way into my land to take the Horned One's life, to kill my friend Mur. We thwarted them. We had them at our mercy. Mercy had become imperative to Mur. We spared them their lives, but banished them to darkness, far beyond these lands. Now and forever, the Beyonders cling to a beholden duty to confront the true triumvirates, whenever they so choose, so that whenever the true triumvirates clash, it shall be to their fullest extent. I feel like my comprehension on these pages is extraordinarily low, but let's continue our journey. Fox McCloud wishes you a good rest of the evening, but not tomorrow. He hopes you stub your toe. Oh, is that the internal monologue of the what's his face? The lone minstrel? He just wishes bad things on you at a later date that he has not yet specified. Fox McCloud, if I didn't already say hello to you, I do hope that you're having a great Monday. You once again find yourself amid the hidden splendors of Moonlight Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars deign to shine for you once again. well, we will bide our time. We have returned to a place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable, such as you can. We are at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. Oh, are we not getting kicked out of the Black Wagon this time? There, from atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine again. The plan of which you are all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the Liberation Rite, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour, with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests everybody to convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon everyone is assembled, as Volfred regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I've not talked about with you at length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the eight scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which later formed our Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say desire, such a course. Together, they created all of this ceremony of which we're now a part. The exiles liberated through their rites went on to found the Commonwealth based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people shall all see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative on behalf of Molten Milithae. Hold on, what's this? Fourth of the 8 scribes in the Book of Rites, known as the Impassioned or the Wild Witch. And I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. Do we have a new recruitment? A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a dear old friend of mine who I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. Oh boy. The bog dweller called Big Bertrude utters something guttural by way of a greeting. We are to understand that ye yet require aid from us. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks you and your fellow exiles in turn. Not to you, not at you, not about you, not towards you, just looks you. We frighten ye, apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then tremble, small ones, and hold well thy tongues, lest we remove them. She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for this. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude joined the group. You sense her powerful presence. Now wait, is she in on as like an active player? Or is this like the Lone Minstrel where she's here to offer not really moral support, more like haughty threats and judgment? Now then, my girl, perhaps you notice the stars are bright once more up there behind those stubborn rains, meaning it is time we got back to business. Indeed, once more, several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. Impressive. Straight through the cloud cover. Foxcloud has been here and lurking, but just chimed in. Well, welcome. I hope, like I said, that your Monday is going well. Meanwhile, we are choosing a path towards salvation. I hope towards cheeseburgers as well. Yesterday was apparently National Cheeseburger Day, and I had announced to Kira Eros that I intended to have a cheeseburger, and I did. That was my lunch today. It was extremely good. So, Volfred's planner. So here's the thing. I actually like the sad dog quite a bit, and I will feel bad if we deny him his right to go home. So instead, let's see if we can fight Chastity or these jackal people, because I don't like them at all. So I would like to go fight the sad dog now. If we can get in the way of Fate or the Accusers or the Withdrawn. Yeah, because they're all sort of tied for third place here. Okay. Nope, we already beat that guy. Yeah, but I want to fight that guy. I hate him. I don't hate him. I'm not a fan. Okay, and we could go to Ho'ub and contest with that guy. Is that who we have access to? Yes, it is. I think overall, Azric, my primary reaction to The Legend of Vox Machina is just, I think it's super cool that it exists. I know that Critical Role is fantastically popular and it's hugely profitable and everybody involved is making bank and it's like a huge professional thing. It's also something that they built themselves through a lot of hard work, a lot of rigid scheduling, a lot of fitting that schedule around other work responsibilities that they had. It's been a long, hard journey with, I think, a lot of hard moments and challenges that they had to overcome. And just the concept that the original crew that did those original characters that they were playing for a significant length of time before Critical Role was broadcast out on the internet, that must carry a lot of meaning and weight for them. So to be able to revisit those characters in a curated, edited, and updated version of that story, and to see them come alive in full animation, in that full animation, I just think that's cool. I think that's just from one human being to another. Imagine creating something from scratch, weaving a story as a group effort that way, and seeing it all come together years later in this artfully presented professional production. That's just awesome. That's my review of The Legend of Vox Machina. When I said the humor didn't work for me, or the first couple episodes were a bit unsteady, that's fine. It's fine. On the whole, I greatly admire the fact that it exists, and it exists in such a, thoroughly representative package that it does. Now, Maxine has to sleep. Maxine, thank you so much for hanging out. I shall now continue with the story here. Maxine, I really mean it, though. Thank you so much for hanging out. I cannot remember what I wanted to ask you. It was something from, another stream, but we will catch up another time, and I hope you have a great night. So, we're here to take on Lendl and the Accusers this time, huh? Well, I've done some digging about him. He then tells you what he knows about your next adversary. Lendl the Liar. The first adversary you confronted in the Rites, I actually don't remember him, not long after you took your first steps on the path to freedom. A former constable of the Commonwealth, he gained a reputation for his strict and brutal manner. By any means, he always caught the crook. Do you guys ever, have you guys ever smelled, I know it's raining in the game. Do you guys know that smell that happens just before it downpours? I can smell that blasting in through the windows. Hold on. Oh yeah, it is full on pouring out, so it's not just the smell, it's actually happening. Just give me a few seconds to close the window. Sometimes life imitates art, and right now the real world is imitating this torrential downpour. Just one quick second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. It's a real rainstorm when you smell something that you cannot hear and otherwise could not see. It's really coming down. A former constable of the Commonwealth, he gained a reputation for his strict and brutal manner. By any means, he always caught the crook. Once, he arrested a civilian who hated him on suspicion of theft of Commonwealth artifacts that had gone missing. Lendl discovered the artifact himself in the civilian's home. The suspect was soon exiled. Still, he denied the charges, even as they cast him downriver. The case was investigated further, though too late. Suspicions turned to Lendl. It turned out he planted the damning evidence himself, so he was exiled in turn. In the downside, he soon became acquainted with the Rites, having heard all of this from several people in high places. He asserted himself as the de facto leader of the accusers. They bent to his aggressive nature and prevailed many times under his watch. Yet each time his chance at liberty arose, the Nightwings either defeated him or simply did not show. I guess that's why he doesn't care for us. No matter, though. We'll soon give him more reason. See you in the morning, my friend. You bid Hedwyn a good evening. At dawn, you shall take flight again. Alright, well, we've got another conversation to be had. Oh gosh, it's Bertrude. She seems to have something on her mind. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze upon you. Her expression does not change.
Such a clutter added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in Flagging Hands. Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of the bog crone of the southern bogs can induce paralysis, or worse. The southern bogs are a distant region of the Commonwealth, left well alone despite technically being part of the nation. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wish to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours has withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites.
Then she backs away, for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require?
We have been unable to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present.
It is possible that Volfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some.
That would be agreeable with us.
Then after you, madam. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Oh, are we done being threatened by the old crone? Okay. Pabloom, the Rites of Flames. Okay, so I feel like this is a new page. Essential structure. The essential structure of a rite shall be as follows. Where chosen by the stars within the dark of night shall two triumvirates stand in opposition, far enough afield beside their consecrated pyres, symbolizing their resolve. In each triumvirate, the three shall act as one, to demonstrate their trust in one another, not just in themselves. Triumvirates shall endeavor to extinguish the pyre of their adversary, whose flames are only to be staunched through a celestial orb descended from the stars. Whosever pyre remains burning shall prevail. The triumvirates are to disperse. Okay. We didn't get a call into the orb, so we will continue on. Continue your journey. You rise early that morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude, I trust your stay has not been too uncomfortable.
Nay, Sandalwood. The comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let us get on with all of this.
I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder in the background. Caroluna also is turning in. Caroluna, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the raid yesterday. Looking forward to your next stream of Captain of Industry. Someday I will not catch myself. I shall call it Rise of Industry, because that's an altogether different game. But Caroluna, I've really enjoyed getting to see you discover that game. The reader here shall do so once the group is ready. I thank you for your patience. Take off! Okay, we are headed south. Oh, so I want to keep an eye out for any story points that we can find. Soaring far above Sklorian shore, you notice... I'm hiccuping right now. I'm trying not to do that into the mic. Soaring far above Sklorian shore, you notice Pamitha gazing down at the frozen cliffs below. That damned place. There we go. That damned place down there. I like it least of all, I think, among everywhere we've been. I'm thankful there's been no reason to return. Reminds me of my home is all, the highwing remnants. We all grew accustomed to the thinner air amid the cliffs that breaches the clouds above your commonwealth. But it was not the nicest place. Little wonder that my sister settled for a rather warmer base of operations in this land, there by the nest of Trieste. Anyway, I'm pleased to have spent as little time as possible near here. Let's fly on by and go on about our business. Okay, no other story points to go. Now, I do know that we can bump the enemy teams if we see their ships, but I haven't worked out if there's a reason to do that. Like, maybe there's an achievement or something for a bump a certain number of... The forbidding cairn of Ha'ub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shack Six Shoulders. Wow! Sometimes Mia asked me to say something multiple 5 times in a row. Not this one. Shack Six Shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through to flagging hands. Shack Six Shoulders, the Bone Titan, slain by the scribe Ha'ub the Swallow. None dare approach the withered fiend, whose plague had spread half across the valley, from the Book of Rites, which I do not read. I'm the lone minstrel. Oh no, Mia, I can't say Shack Six Shoulders at all. It's the crossover from six to shoulders. Six shoulders, six shoulders, six shoulders. It's very difficult. Few know of its true significance as we do. By the way, hello to Mia. As we do. Although your adversaries, the accusers, should be on their way there now. Soon you shall confront them once again. Okay, let's go to Shunt. Or Luckland. What are our options? Hedwyn expressed an interest in seeing how the wild curs in this vicinity are doing. I can imagine that he'd be a little bit wistful for the curs, but Shay is very young, and we don't know her story. Shay seems very interested in visiting the mudbats along this route. Let's do what Shay wants for a change. I feel like Hedwyn is going to get over it. Shay is very bright and very excited for things, but still, you want to be careful about disappointing kids. They can feel it very acutely. Okay, Volfred. He seems to have something on his mind. I would like to have a better voice for Volfred. I simply don't. Volfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The Road to Freedom. The Road to Freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all of this is, my girl. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss? Fascinating, tedious, skimmed it, or cannot say. I don't know the answer to that. So I feel like fascinating is just the default answer. The implication is that Volfred loves it or respects it and now has a chance to talk to somebody about it for the first time. I don't want to say that I skimmed it because that really feels like squandering a great opportunity. I'm going to say that I find it tedious. An archaic volume dense with lore you are not concerned with at this point. I'm playing a little bit of a guess that maybe Volfred also finds it tedious. I also feel a little bit sad that maybe the person who wrote it in the real world will see this stream and not, be like, wait, I worked really hard on that. But, still. You admit to Volfred that the contents of the book can be quite tedious to you. He laughs rather heartily at this. Be sure never to say such things within earshot of the lone minstrel or his counterpart, my girl, though a little blasphemy offends me not. I have a different view of it myself. I find its contents rather fascinating. A portrait of an ancient time. A record of an age thought lost. But, yes, it can be dense in spots. He puts away his... Wait, there's a copy of the book? I honestly thought we had the one copy. I didn't realize that there were, paperbacks floating around. It is amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whatever they are made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well. And the ideas there contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think the Commonwealth disavows the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the eight scribes. Although the reasons why they are in there written plain. How fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular activities and its teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us be certain to preserve those volumes for whomever shall next use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Okay, time for a page. Does it open to a page? Searching the stars. Okay, before each rite. The rite shall not commence until the necessary preparations are complete at a celestial landmark, ere the stars align. Exiles shall conduct the rites bearing this book. Exiles shall conduct the rites bearing this book, of which there are but 40 copies, each bound in astral hide. Exiles shall wear the sacred raiments, fashioned in our likeness at the summit of Mount Elodial. Their identities are to be concealed, for they shall represent us all. Exiles shall set a metal sigil for their pyre, and consecrate the grounds using the words the 8 scribes gave their freedom, so that we may each yet have ours. The heavens shall respond when all is set. So Jellybun says this weather, I feel like my head is going to explode. Is that in the game or in your life? Is it like extremely humid or just barometric pressure change and it's like leading to a migraine? I've had that sometimes. Sudden radical shifts in the barometric pressure can set off like real weird head feeling for me. No one seems very much inclined to explore the blistering environs here, except for Shay, who is even more upbeat than usual. A sacred bath in mud cleanses the mind. At least I think it does, but come look, come look! She draws you by the hand towards one of the muddy pits and jumps right in, laughing. At first you are put off, and yet her joy is infectious. Soon you are in better spirits, as is she. You return together to the wagon where you find yourself with time and motivation to pursue your vocations rather. So, I think it's time to mentor a companion then. Ta-da! But yes, Amia is saying hello to Azric, and then Jab is saying howdy hello to Mia was saying howdy hello to Auspicious Angel in chat, and Jab was saying that was WC Fields, and it was I spent 90% on women and drink and wasted the rest. Oh! Jab is sourcing the quote that he gave during the last Valhalla stream, I think it was. He figured out where it was from, and it was from WC Fields. So whenever I do a mentor, it's who is the... Wow. Crone. Okay, so she is a player. I kind of feel like I'm getting strong-armed into this, but I do feel like maybe we should get Crone up to speed here a little bit. Yeah, let's do Crone.
Very well then, educate us if thou canst.
You and Bertrude go over her understanding of her aura and its connection to her presence, both physical and spiritual. The discussion proves informative. Okay, there's a pretty good rise.
Thus does our grasp of ancient sorceries grow ever stronger still. Is that your wish?
Jellybuns is saying it's thunderstorms on and off. Yeah, we have a big storm rolling through here as well, Jellybuns. I hope yours passes without any undue damage. Okay, so here we're going to read through not only the first choice, but then some of the others. When Bertrude's Pyre has less energy than the adversary, she deals an additional 5. That seems pretty good. When Bertrude's Pyre has more Pyre than the adversary, she deals... Wait. That's the same either way. The Hex of Defeat or the Hex of Victory. Oh, no, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. Has more than the adversary. She deals an additional 5. And that's less than. Okay. The charge-up time before Bertrude can use her Aura Blast is greatly reduced. Arcs at a wider angle. Bertrude's Pyre has less Pyre than the adversaries. Her adversaries deal... Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's actually really good. I kind of like this track because it's the come back from behind option. Like, normally I don't like things that require you to be at a disadvantage, but I've been at a disadvantage enough in this game to know that I will frequently benefit from these improvements. Mia, thank you so much for doing the shout-outs for, in this case, Azric and Jelly Buns. If you have not already done one, if you could also do one for Patikin, because he was also streaming earlier. And then, and Cara Luna as well. If you already did those, that's great. But otherwise, I just want to make sure that they also get one. After Bertrude pounces an adversary, I don't like that one so much. While slithering, Bertrude uses 50% less stamina and moves 30% more quickly. And then once per rite, after saluting, we still don't press Y to salute during a rite. Bertrude turns them into fast-moving howlers. Why would I want to turn my enemies into anything that moves quickly? That's odd. I feel like I really like the Hex of Defeat here. We're going to pick that one.
Such power emanates from within, which can be harnessed towards our goals.
All right. Oh, wait. I need to put a thing on her. Because otherwise I'm going to forget. So she's got... We've seen the Bog Queens before, and they spray out like a big shotgun blast. So I think I'm going to try her out with Lucrative Contract to see if we can earn some cash. Mia, thank you so much for doing the shout-outs. Path to Freedom beckons you to persist on. The Cairn of Haub. I would love to get at least 2 more rights in. Yeah, people are going to want to talk. It's Shay. Shay seems to be talking to the Black Wagon's walls again, though this time something seems to have come over her. Little brother, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? You're unsure whether to check in with her or leave her be. So she looks really happy. She doesn't look distraught. I'm gonna wait and listen. She would not be here. Oh, I like this. Shay would not be here if she lacked the capacity to work through her own problems. On and off, mostly off, during this season of Big Brother, we talked a little bit about the competition. I bring it up only here because at one point Joseph had a great line, and he said, just because you're strong doesn't mean that we should test how strong you are. I thought that was just a really great way of saying that just because somebody is capable of enduring without emotional support, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't offer it. Your concern for her is such that you would best check in with her to make sure that she's all right. Maybe the facial expression that we see here is doing a disservice, but even though she's asking little brother what is wrong with her, I don't feel it's my place to interrupt. She just had a really good visit to the mud baths. Maybe this isn't what I think it is, and I'm going to see how this goes. I feel like I can lean in and assist her afterwards if necessary. You sense now is not the time to interrupt, and that Shay is on the verge of confronting some long dormant emotions which she ought to face. They always said that there was just something wrong with me, but they wouldn't really tell me what. They wouldn't say. They said I was moon-touched, but so what? So moon-touched means those deemed impaired by the Commonwealth standards or very different in a negative sense. So then the scribes, they called me here. They are the ones who brought me here, not those people. They were so cruel. They were always so cruel. I didn't have a little brother at the time. No one that I recall, really. Although, so much of it back then, I can't tell how much of it I dreamt. Most of it, I didn't want it to be true. But I remember that they threw me out. So they decided they would throw me out and let the scribes take care of me, they said. The scribes, they would take care of me. It was so very quiet here, and I was all alone again. Although, I think I liked it more, being alone down here than being alone back there. Everyone's alone down here, and so it makes me feel less alone somehow. Back there, why, I would sometimes see families, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, but here, there was hardly anyone at all. But I knew I was closer to the scribes. I knew they were in the sky above, and I did search for them up there, you know? And then, one night, I found them. I saw the stars, and they were falling to the ground, and I thought, why is it the scribes themselves are crying? Are they sad? And maybe they're sad for me. But that was when I first saw you, little brother. With your help, I would get closer to the scribes. That way, maybe they could answer all my questions, don't you think? But I'm so very glad that I found you and the others, and I'm finally not alone. I'm finally not alone, and more importantly, I think sometimes I feel that way. I even feel that way. I'm not alone. Maybe as we get closer, maybe I will get to feel that way more often, being here or being anywhere with you and all my friends. She falls silent. Though you were concerned for her at first, you sense that now she's at peace. She wanders off, paying you no notice in the least. You sense you have a better understanding of her now. Well, I hope so. That felt a little bit like leaning in on somebody's private thoughts, but she seemed to do okay with it. So, here's her biography. She was a special child left abandoned, and despite her seemingly simple nature, she possessed a great affinity for the old ways. One day, she was taken in by the authorities, and when she revealed her vexations about the scribes, she was deemed witless, and when no one claimed responsibility for her, she was cast into exile. In the downside, she has wandered aimlessly in search of more clues about the legendary heroes who so fascinate her. That's a shitty feel-bad story. I mean, I guess it's nice that she found herself eventually, but yikes. Jellybun says, oh, that's a fantastic thought, and then, oh, I'm moon-touched. Me. Would that we could all become musical instruments ere our bones turn to dust. Bum, 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 bum. Jellybuns is saying, so this girl is every neurodivergent person ever. Jellybuns, I think that's exactly what she's intended to be. Someone who is representative of people who, as you say, are neurodivergent and perceive the world, interact with their thoughts, their emotions, the rest of the world in a way that is outside what others might do, and that has been deemed dislikable by the Commonwealth, so she was exiled, is more evidence on why the Commonwealth deserves to fall. Whoa, hey guys, let me tell you something real quick. Now, I happen to have heard Mr. Greentail, he's moved on or something, is that right? Well, I just want you to know he's one of my most favorite customers, and because of that, I'm giving you the same great deals, okay? The same great deals you can't afford. You see, you can't afford them. Not even the scoop of stardust. It's worth $44. Nope, you can't afford it. You know, not at any of it all. Oh, Mia wants me to resolve it. Mia, I'm tone deaf, though. I'm not sure that I can. Hey, maybe some other time then, guys. You see there? You see it? Let's commence the rite. Here, among the dry flats of the cairn of Ha'ub, you await the signal of the stars. There's no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then the little imp Tizo flutters up to you. Croc! Tizo cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lendl. Tizo seems to be indicating that Lendl has a personal vendetta against him. But before he can explain anything further, the stars begin to call to you. Jellybuns, I intend to burn it down. Of that, I can assure you. Oh, sorry. No. See, here's the thing. No. Plus 8 quickness, making them move faster. No. I do have some extra glory. If I'm to bring the Bog Witch in, this could actually be helpful for getting the benefit of her power. Here's the trouble though, I'm a big coward. Mia says, Blarg, you are not tone deaf.
The much vaunted Rita has returned. And it would appear her ranks grow stronger. Consorting with the bog-crone Bertrude, are we? How very strange that you befriended her. At any rate, your adversaries in this rite shall be the accusers. Put out their flame and walk the path to liberty.
Geez, kind of some judgment from the announcer man. Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there is still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. The little Mtizo screeches something, cautioning you all to stay alert. But then, someone leaps forth from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. I don't remember this guy's voice at all. Ha ha! Caught out, you miserable beast! I knew it! After all this time, I knew that you were still among their ranks. Tizo is angry that you have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lendl. What trap? We came to the place we expected them to be. Silence, fiend! You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil shall be ended here and now. And you, Nightwings, shall not deny me thus again. Come then, my accusers, for we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp, Ha'ub the Swallow. Let us show him that he is a disgrace. Tizo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendl in the past, Lendl has evidently not let it go. Hold a moment, reader. The crone Bertrude slithers forth, wearing the raiments of the rites. Now that Bertrude is amongst our ranks, it would be best if you became familiar with her repertoire. You have no obligation to make use of her abilities, of course. Good Bertrude, please show the reader something of your aptitude.
We expect thou shalt soon be inclined to bring our sorceries to bear. Long have we studied these rites of thine. Let us show thee what we know of them thus far.
The
X2
bog-crone
pounds.
Bertrude shows herself in full. Though I have to wonder what became of her accomplices.
So Slither has a bit of like an ice skating feel to it.
You watch yourself around her, reader. None are sentenced into exile without sufficient cause.
So what's good about a power blast, though? That's a regular blast. Oh, it's faster. Got it. Okay. Press Y to proceed. All right. Why? I was gonna bring her in, by the way.
Now then, reading one, know that our freedom is of little consequence to us. We side with ye because of Sandalwood, because of his plan. We shall aid ye in the rites, and we shall aid ye in that plan. Thus, we are at thy disposal, and await thy bidding.
Okay, so they got extra Pyre power.
For freedom.
Roster bio update. Yeah, let's take a quick look to see what we know about them. Mia is enjoying the stream for Angel's voice acting. I very much appreciate that. Jelly Buns is saying Angel makes me a little bit jealous with his voices, not gonna lie. I'm just, like I said, I'm very, very glad that's fun. That's the biggest relief. A rank 35 talisman At the start of the rite, the bearer's pyre automatically gains plus 35. And then shared tenacity. Regain stamina twice as quickly as useful. Wow, okay. Lots of jumping and running. When power casting, auras travel wider. Shit. Okay, so Living Flame means that they can dunk on us way harder until we get their pyre lower than ours. And that's going to be a distance because they've got more to start with. Ugh. Okay. Go back. So, we're definitely bringing the Bog Crone, partially because she has so much green. Like, I think she's going to have green left over after this. That's a lot of green. All right. Now, who else has green? Well, I think we're going to bring Pamitha because she's the lowest by, like, a lot. And I kind of want to bring Shay because she has some green to spend, and this will pretty much guaranteed get her up to her next upgrade. Her ability is, after Shay casts her aura, it can bounce off of objects and solid surfaces.
Shay.
Don't even worry about that one there, Tizo. We'll shut him up real soon. Nightwings! The wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him, or any of you!
Begin. Blendel banished.
Go in and get there, no. Oh boy.
The orb is up.
Fuck. I'm trying to do the power cast. Oh! Go, get there. Come on. Barg!
Your adversary's pyre is the first to falter.
Well, by falter, I mean they got theirs supercharged.
Alas for Lendl.
Shit.
Bask in the purifying flame. The Nightwings now are closer to it.
Now Mia has the song stuck in. Oh shit! That wasn't a shotgun blast at all. Barg! Okay, nope.
The orb engulfed in fire.
Nice. So now we're gonna get the benefit of Bog Queen, because now I think that they have less juice than we have. Balls.
Bye now, Bertie.
Okay. I was gonna play defense for a second.
You have it. Deliverance.
Her speed is awesome. Wait. Jelly Buns was saying the tea Mr. Buns made me is at least restoring my humanity. Oh, that's very good news. So, Jelly Buns, quick question. Like, Mia also has talked on stream about experiencing migraines. What tea is it? Just because any relief I could offer anyone would be very helpful. I know that you did not specify a migraine, but what helps you might help others. I'd love to know more about it. And hello to Spotman. Sorry, what did I say? Spatman? Spatman. No Streamlabs, not a kind hug, a full-fledged tactical assault hug. Yeah, I'm very glad. I'm glad that Jelly Buns is feeling better. Sorry, let me... Oh, restart right. No, that would be dirty as shit to do that. Wait, I suddenly want to restart the right. No! Oh, I just got.
Accusers banished to the last by the scribes.
Oh, but Mia was asking... Okay, hold on. No, what was his voice 1 second ago? No, not again. I can't lose to you again. This cannot be happening to me. Wee.
There.
Jump!
Shay did it. Now end the ceremony.
No, that what is it? The Sound of Music song where it's like, do a verb, a little verb, ray a narrow beam of visible light, me a pronoun, reflexive tense. Nope. Fa, like far but without the R. Oh, go! God damn it. See, I can't sing and I'm terribly off key. Fuck off!
Fortunate.
Sorry, it's, no! What the fuck? Get out of here! God! Oh God, okay.
There goes the orb.
Nope, stop it! Get her!
All of the Nightwings.
No, stop it, no!
Your flames grow. Glorious.
Oh God! Why? How? How do they?
Oof.
Oh boy, the guy said oof. Now he owes Tommy Tallarico like $50.
Nightwings prevail.
That got way too close as it went on.
Conducted with aplomb. The ceremony is complete.
Let's see. Tizo says Tizo is very pleased that you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Blast! Where did he go? Where did he go? That infernal imp! It is a monster in disguise, a fiend! Come forth to torment me until the day I die! Lendl storms off in a fit of completely impotent anger. Tizo reappears once the coast is clear. Imagine having your big beef be with this guy. The big adversary in your life, the Darth Vader of your story, is this guy. What Lendl said before, if Tizo truly is a descendant of Ha'ub the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Spatman was just dropping by. Need to go to bed
She
now. Have an
stands
early
closer to the
appointment tomorrow.
scribes, the little moon-touched girl.
Spatman, I hope you have a great evening. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the visit, for the lurk, for anything else, and I hope you have a great night. Okay, I feel so overwhelmed. I think because the scribes, I think they speak to me and lift me up whenever I begin to think that I'm gonna fall. Yeah, so she just leveled up. So we've got 2 abilities. Shade jumps and power jumps farther, well, that's a really good one, farther than usual. Or if Shay is banished while jumping, she shall instantly return at the origin of her jump. I feel like that's so extremely situational. Yeah, I feel like jumps and power jumps further than usual is a really safe pick. Yeah, she's got a lot of green to work off.
The strange designs of the H-scribes, their everlasting sorceries are strong within this land, and we shall yet make further use of them, we think.
Okay, she's already reached her rank 2. Bertrude's Aura Blast arcs at a wide angle. Yeah, that seems pretty good. The charge up time before Bertrude can use her Aura Blast is greatly reduced. It's not that long now, to be honest. Or, by the way, we could take Hexa Victory. That way we get both sides of her improvements. Has more than the adversary, she deals an additional 5 damage. I mean, is there a, like, Slither faster ability? Yeah, right there. So... Then again, Stubborn Flame is really good. Yeah, Stubborn Flame is really good. Okay, let's go with the wider angle.
Until the next rite.
No, Spatman, don't ever worry about it. Like Spatman was quoting the thank you for the lurk and everything else. Spatman, if you're just stopping by and like need to shut down and no lurk, honestly, it's all good. I like to remember to thank lurkers because it is helpful, but not everybody, like if you're going to bed, not everybody can leave their system on and be in chat. It's 100% understood. It's honestly great either way. We appreciate just having you stop by and say hello. After triumphing over the accusers in a pitched battle, you return to the wagon to find Volfred and the lone minstrel in the midst of a conversation. Most strange, and this one star should be illuminated now? This is not what I expect. Nor I, Volfred, sir. Then Volfred notices you there. Reader, Tariq and I observed a strange occurrence in the sky is all. It appears the star of Kalimer Ropecaller is the first exiles to come to this land not by force but by heeding the Ropecaller's deceptions. Is illuminated now. It is but another star, except our models and predictions of the cosmos did not anticipate this. Anyway, go see for yourself. I shall make the wagon ready in the meantime. You see only a single shining star illuminated far above. It is just as Volfred indicated. Discern where it leads. Na 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 na. There we go. Oh, I should have read it. I just immediately clicked on it. Then we are summoned to the Isle of Kalimer, deep within the deathless tempest. Have you been there before, Tariq? So long ago, I scarce recall the time, only the scent. It is the place from whence the creatures native to this land sprang forth. Reader, let us not concern ourselves with superstitions held about that place. We'll set forth at dawn and soon see for ourselves what to make of it. Okay, let's have a chat. Tizo has seemed somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendl and the accusers. He approaches you, wanting for you to hear him out. Tizo seems unhappy about something Lendl said to him. Tizo understands full well why Lendl is angry with him. While Tizo does not like Lendl as a person, he recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation rite. He did what he felt was necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Oh yeah, Tizo, right there with you. Same with Pamitha and Tamitha. Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets that the rites force exiles into such situations. He falls silent for a while. Whether the 8 scribes ever intended for imps such as he to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, Tizo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. He bounds up into the rafters with some of the other drive imps. Regardless of whether he truly is a descendant of Ha'ub the Swallow, surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Wait, hold on, is this a thing? Scarce bit of light for a low monthly fee. Nope, we read that. We wondered about, like, how does that bill get paid? As Jellybun says, lurkers are the backbone of Twitch. Yeah, if you were there and you were watching, quietly, you can't or choose not to chat, but are otherwise just here to support us in theory, just enjoying the show, thank you to you. I very much appreciate it.
Oi, what the bloody blazes?
Barker notices your wagon at his flank there and begins to laugh.
Well, if it isn't the Nightwings flaunting their fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, mates, eh? Pah, you ain't better than the dung I stepped in last night. Now get on out of here. I've got a mind to leap on over there and rip your gizzards out. You hear me?
Wait, tell us more about the crap you stepped in. Was that just your bare paw, or were you wearing like little doggy Crocs? Oh, yes. Volfred joins you as you soar high above the storm-ravaged waters on approach to the infamous Isle of Kalimer. Among its cursed qualities. It seems this wretched storm means that I cannot rightly smoke. One of the downside's small misfortunes, I suppose. The wagon's drive imps seem not to mind, at least. In fact, they seem more animated now than usual, sir. Perhaps they feel some sort of connection to this place. Tariq, do you suppose the Tempers were able to make it here intact? They ought to have seen the stars, though we soon shall know for certain. That we shall. Take us in, please, reader. So, we can go to Barb Reef. Tizo observes that the current Isle of Kalimur is teeming with fish. Or Pamitha suggests this may be the faster route, leaving you with time for your vocations. Oh, I love vocations. So I'm gonna guess I would have wanted to do what Tizo wanted, just because he's been like in ill sorts. But I love my vocations. You make landing within the Deathless Tempest, far west of where you first breached through the shores beyond. You wonder what sort of celestial landmark lies hidden amid these waters, though for now, you have some time left before continuing onward. Okay. Oh, we seek Bertrude. Let's hit it. You have returned, have you? What is it you require? Scribe trial, please. Oh, good. Just as I was beginning to feel more bored even than usual. It is Bertrude time. So, I don't think that her lucrative contract is going to function one way or the other, so we're not going to sweat it. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Bertrude. The old bog crone, then. She does have some potential. I should think more so than most of those with whom you share that little residence. Then let's bring her forth. Soon Bertrude appears in heed of the summons.
We sense thou hast need of us.
More Than Amia says, if there's one thing I know about Auspicious Angels, that he loves his vocations. Surely true. Now, Jab is saying... Oh, wait a second. Are doggy crocs a real thing? Asked Mia. Jab says they are real. Yes, they are. It's odd to me. My default position is dressing up animals is something that should be done sparingly because it seems very uncomfortable for them. But I'm not a dog, I'm not a vet, I'm not an animal trainer, I'm not here to pass judgment. If dogs love going on about with their doggy crocs and it's more comfortable and they like their pads are more comfortable when they're walking on concrete, sure, man. I don't know, it doesn't bother me none. The apparition. So wait. Because if Jab tries to post a link, no, we have open links. Yeah, Jab, if you want to post a link in our channel, you should be fine. Jab is saying in places like here, it gets so hot that they burn their feet. Yeah, see, that's a good point. Jellybuns has cats and doesn't dress her pets. Yeah, or it is her. Jab is saying in places like here, it can get so hot that they burn their feet. Yeah, see, that's something that just didn't immediately occur to me. Like, when I've had a dog, we always walk them like early in the morning, then later at night after things had cooled down. And we're not in Arizona. We're not in Florida. We're not someplace where the pavement, the asphalt might get so hot that it could be like dangerously hot. So yeah, that makes sense. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, crone. You answer to me here. How very eloquent. May your vast experience exceed your knack for pleasant conversation. I trust that you shall have little trouble here without the benefit of your more communicative friends. Now, come. Go and do it! Pa-plow! Oh, thank you. Ah ha 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 ha! Oh, just show it off. Oh, I tried to jump. I was out of stamina. I did too much slither. Fudge. All right, 20 more. I think that's 2 goals. It's GG does what, 15 or is it 25? Oh shit. Well. Okay, so they figured out my strategy. Okay, a little more defensive now, I think. Shit! What the fu- Wow. Thank God this is one that we get to do over, because... Fuck! Man, like, they're so fast, and, like, she can only slither, like, just a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to try this one again. Sandra wins.
Yeah, a most contemptible result.
On that, good crone, we do agree wholeheartedly. I would tell you not to waste my time, but the truth is my time is there for you to waste. So let me know when you're ready for another such attempt. We can definitely do better. That one again. Yeah, let's hit it. Sandra is very patient. You can come back to her scribe trials at any time. Yeah, but if we do it now, then we get the benefit of them now. Warg. So, like, I feel like I need to play, like, a very defensive game. Except not like this! These guys, they have a very... How did I, like, score 3 times in the last run? These guys have... They're very fast. They have a very large aura. And they love positioning themselves. Yeah, she does like 25 points now that I look at it, I think. And if like, here's the thing, if they put me out, like, here's one thing I'm just sort of like talking aloud about, like the lessons that I'm clearly meant to learn. If I go out, I like lose the point. Like that. There's absolutely nothing that I can do. Oh, except I guess that guy, if he decides to showboat, then I can... Nope. Am I supposed to be learning something about throwing the orb? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the lesson to learn. Yeah, no, and now they just score. Or not. That was great. That really worked out super well for me. My God. Yeah, we're into it for at least another try. Like, I can see this is not going the way that I want it to. What I'm not sure of is how do I fix that? Shit, get in! Huh! I need to get better with, like, what the range and direction is on her jump, because it feels critically important to me to be able to jump reliably into the goal, because they covered up with their aura. It's a good defense, and I'm just not sure how to get past it. Try banishing your adversaries to create an opening. Do tell. Get in! That was so, like, that was a pixel away and I would have gotten banished. Okay, I see how it is. Little worm guy gets to do his slash attack. Look at that! Look at what he just did! He passed the orb away so that he would get his aura back, and then smite me, and then he could get it passed back. Yeah, these guys, their orb grows, sorry, their aura grows so quickly that if they're not holding the orb, they just get right past my, defense. Cool. Mutually assured banishment. Oh, hello to Ricardinho. I'm already in bed, so I'm just going to be listening from here until I fall asleep. Ricardinho, thank you so much. We'll only be going for not too terribly much longer. I would love to finish this scribe trial. I'm really getting waxed. Oh, okay. Ricardinho, I hope you had a great day of work and school, and probably both work and school and classes and volunteer work and all the other stuff that you got going on. I know that you've got an extremely busy schedule. Yeah, I feel concerned that the strategy here is extremely, apparent to everybody watching, and at the moment it is very much not apparent to me. Not that it's undoable, it's just like these characters are extremely good at just getting Big Bertrude. Ricardino does confirm yes to both and just very tired right now. Yeah, enjoy your evening. Hopefully you can get some good rest and be onward for tomorrow. It's such a good ploy to throw the orb at me so that my aura goes away and then he can just walk into me. Or even, to be honest, even to just, not have the orb. Their aura is so much larger than mine is. Then I'm gonna run away with it. Wait, is Samalander here? Who eyes Sam? Oh, hello to Samalander. Sorry, I missed this. Just very quickly, Samalander was saying What is wrong with this thing? Why does it not scroll for me? By the way, it was chai tea that Jelly Buns had. I figured it out ages ago. Can see exactly what you're doing wrong. Dear Lord, I got nothing. Okay, that's a relief. But yeah, Sam Linder, I hope that you have had a great Monday. I need to do that just 2 more times and I'd win. And I feel like the odds of me doing it 1 more time is very, very low. Oh, unless I get a lucky shot like that, maybe I'll survive another 2 seconds. Or not. You know, the not is also the possible option there. No. See, I tried to pounce on them, thinking that maybe that would knock them back and I wouldn't take the aura damage, but no, just smitten. One more. That's what I'm looking for. Jump! Oh! Big relief. Sam Melander, thank you very much for the Jeremy. No, wait. When are you going to play? Before I forget, I want to see you play that game. Wait, what game is it? Hold on. I've missed the topic of conversation. By the way, Mia, when are you going to play? Before I forget, what game? Oh, the name of the game is Before I Forget. That's what Ricardinho was playing on the weekend. Hold on, let me finish this out.
A simple test, undeserving to be called a challenge.
Oh, really, Bertrude? I ought to fail you just for gloating, crone, but these are not my rules, and your performance was sufficient. Thus, you have passed my test. Congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Yes, so I didn't want to see too much of it in Ricardinho's stream, but Ricardinho was playing a very, very interesting game called Before I Forget, which was recommended to him, or he came across it by way of the charity Safe in Our World.
Good riddance to that mouthy wraith. Show us, then, what trinket she bestoweth upon us.
It's Melithile's tail. Bertrude's blast pierces through solid objects. That's huge. That is huge. I'm going to put that onto Big Bertrude right now. I'm going to put that away. And Melithile's tail. There we go. Okay, and that... no, don't load checkpoint. Exit... campaign. Wait, I don't know if it's saved. Give me a second here. Did it save? I don't want to do that twice, is my point. You know what? Let's assume that we have, because I am currently out of time. Let's exit campaign, which I think brings us back to the main screen. Sam is saying, Angel succeeds by the skin of his teeth, and the game sums it up with sufficient, I suppose. Yes, the textbook definition of sufficient. I barely won. So, Ricardinho found out about, Before I Forget, I think it's called, which is a game specifically about mental health. And remind me, because I didn't want to see too much of it, Ricardinho, but it's about, like... You know what? Because Mia's about to play it, so maybe I don't want to get too specific about it either. But it's a game about mental health and dealing with mental health. And I think that Ricardino played all the way through it. It's not a particularly long game, but played all the way through it on his stream. He's a big supporter of the charity stream Safe in Our World, and did some charity streams with his friend Leander earlier in the year. If you're not familiar with the charity, I definitely recommend checking it out. And I don't know if Ricardino archived his streams, but I believe that he did, and that they're available on his channel, because in addition to being for the charity, they were also it was also for a school project, so we needed to have that footage available. Jellybuns is saying good night, everybody. Ricardino says it's about what it's like, what it feels like to having dementia as well. Yeah, there's also like a game about like where it attempts to like visually communicate what it's like to have color blindness, where I believe it's like a first-person shooter, but the friend and foes are extremely similar to one another in terms of color, to try to like explain what it's like to have like red, green, or blue-green color blindness and stuff. It's a really interesting idea. Use of games as interactive media to communicate experiences that a lot of people, you know, might want to develop a greater understanding of. And there's all sorts of different types of dementia and different forms that it might take, but I think it's a really interesting idea, and it turns out that Mia is going to play it not this coming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. So with that, we're going to call it here for tonight's episode of Pyre. That was Pyre episode 5. I believe we are lined up to, not as our next rite, but very shortly to do our next Liberation Rite. That will almost certainly happen in episode 6, and we get a chance to see who is eligible to go home, and with a lot of luck, bid a tearful farewell to somebody that we have come to value on the team. And with that, let's go find somebody fun to raid. Until next time, you guys, thank you to everybody who hung out, everybody who raided, everybody who lurked, and we'll see you again for another stream as early as tomorrow when we do a co-op stream with More Than a Mia. Until next time, you guys, I hope you have a great night.